Welcome to CET 266 Survey History in the Civil Engineering Technology program. This course is an upper level surveying course that is part of the Land Surveying Certificate, the Advanced Surveying Certificate, and will be part of the Bachelor's of Applied Science in Land Surveying degree once we get final approval on that particular degree path. What I want to do is I want to start with showing you how to get into Blackboard and how to find the course. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Cincinnati State's website, www.cincinnati-state.edu. Once you're there, you'll go to My C State, and in My C State you'll need to log in. As far as your login information, and I am already logged in, you will need to have your username, and then for the first time you will need to have your student ID number. Once you've used that, they will prompt you to create a password to use in the future, and make sure that you keep track of that, and that's what you're going to use to log in. Once you log in, you will get to an area where you can see on the left side of the screen you have this tools box, and in the tools box this surge mail is your Cincinnati State email address. So you want to make sure that you check your Cincinnati State email regularly. There is a way to sync that so that it goes to another email that you regularly use. If you want to do that, the IT services can help you do that if you don't know how to do it on your own. If you look over here on the right side, you'll see Technology Help Desk. If you forget your password, have trouble logging in, have trouble with Blackboard, or anything else having to do with Cincinnati State computers or the course IT issues, you can call this. It's 513-569-1234, and they will be able to help you with any issues that you might be having. So please keep that in mind as you're working through the courses if you need help. Another thing that I want to show you while we're here is if you go under My Services, and some of you may have already registered this way, so you're already familiar with it, but on this first page you will see all of the registration dates, you'll see financial aid dates, holidays, and you'll see the academic calendar down here at the bottom of the screen. So if you click on that, that will show you all of the dates for the semester, and actually it should have the full year on there. So you may want to go ahead and go there and print that out so that you've got it for your reference. Then once you get in here, you'll go to My Services for Students, and in My Services for Students you'll see things where you can register for classes, you can drop classes, withdraw your petition to graduate when you get ready to get finished is there, paying bills, financial aid information, parking passes, so on and so forth. So all this information can be found in My C State and going to your students menu. Now as far as getting to Blackboard and getting to your course, so you go to Blackboard Courses, and in Blackboard Courses what you will find is you will find your actual course. If you've got courses that you registered for that are not showing up, it may be that the professor has not turned it on yet, or they may not be using Blackboard at all. The course you're looking for is Surveying History 266 for 18 Fall. So if you click on that, you'll get into the course. When you get into the course, I see that I'm first going to have to fix this. It should go to announcements, so I will go ahead and get that changed so that it goes to announcements. And in the announcements, this is the information that you have to get started. I redid the textbook information, so that's a little bit easier to follow. There's two textbooks that you need: Original Ohio Land Subdivisions, Volume 3, which is Sherman's Green Book, and then Early Indiana Trails and Surveys by Wilson. These are both fairly old books. They're history books, 1925 and 1919. Make sure that you get these. There is no ISBN number for the Sherman's book, but you can get both of these at the bookstore. Make sure that you get the map with your Sherman book. It makes it a lot easier to tell what's going on with the different parts of Ohio, because Ohio is a very important part of land surveying history in the United States. The other books that you might find useful that has some history in it is Brown's Boundary Control, Evidence and Procedures, and then Waddell's Writing Legal Descriptions. All three of these books have chapters on survey history You need those for CET 251 and 252. You may already have them. You may be taking 251 at the same time as this course. So I will refer to some of that information as well. So if you have them, great. If not the end of the world. We'll be able to work around that and get you what you need. Different magazines that you may want to subscribe to. These are all free. It'll let you know what's going on in the surveying world, so make sure that you do subscribe to at least one of them so that you can see what the current issues are and what they're talking about in industry. Then we have the 2019 surveying convention dates for Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Indiana is set for January in French Lick. Ohio is going to be in Columbus in February, and then Kentucky's convention is in February as well, but they don't have the actual dates and location announced yet. As soon as that is announced, I will make sure that I update that and get that on this website. If you are not a member of PLSO, CAPS, or ISPLS, you should make sure that you join at least one of these so that you are up on what's going on. You should attend your local chapter meetings so that you can meet the local surveyors in the area and you can see what the issues are and you can be up to date with the geographical area that you're working in. So these are important things to be a part of. As a student, there is a student membership rate, and the other part of this is as a student, they do offer scholarships, and for all three of these societies, you do have to be a member of their society in order to be eligible for their scholarship. So you may want to join these. And I think all three of them will come with a membership to NSPS, the National Society of Professional Surveyors, which is another organization that you want to look at. It's on a national level. After you go through the announcements, and any new announcements will go to the top of the page. So these first ones are all displayed here, but anything new will go to the top. I had some trouble getting this course started. It is a brand new course with a brand new shell, which means that there's a lot of little toggles that may or may not be working. So there are some chances that things aren't going to work right off the bat. I fixed a couple things since last week, so that we're better ready to go this time, and I've added some content under course content so we can get there as well. You want to make sure that you familiarize yourself with the course. After the announcements, you want to go to Start Here. Under Start Here, this is where you're going to find the information about the actual course, the course description, textbooks, the objectives. If this is your first online course, you want to make sure that you've got some idea what you've signed up for. It's a lot different than taking a face-to-face course, and I know there are several of you in the class that are taking your first online course or haven't been in school for a while. So, ask questions. I am available. I am here to answer questions. Just make sure that you're looking at the material, you're getting on Blackboard at least every other day, you're checking your email, and that you're setting time aside to work on your assignments. Shows you how to navigate the course, information about me, so meet your instructor. I've got my phone number, I've got my email address. Email is probably the best way to get hold of me, and then we can go from there. I've got a little introduction PDF that you can look at. The course syllabus, you want to make sure that you go ahead and download and print out the course outline so that you know what's going on. As far as the actual course, what we have when you look at this is, again, my information, the textbooks, prerequisites. You're already in the class, so we should be good there. The objectives, as far as course evaluation, it's mostly going to be tests and quizzes. It's a history course, so at this point, I'm not sure that there's a better way to evaluate whether you're learning or not. If we come up with better ways, then we will certainly incorporate that and make some changes. So make sure that you're keeping up and keeping track of what we're doing. The grading scale is a pretty basic grading scale. Tests are given during specific test windows, and you will have the dates for those. You need to make sure that you take the test during these time periods, and assignments will have specific due dates as well. If you cannot take a test during a given test period, or you cannot turn in an assignment on time, you need to make sure that you let me know before it is due. and we can figure out what's going on. I know that a lot of you are working full-time and you've got other obligations, so I am more than happy to work with you, but you need to let me know before we get to actual due dates as far as any accommodations that you need to change dates. I don't accept assignments after the last class meeting of the semester, so that would be December 14th. So make sure that you've got everything turned in the end there. Again, if we've made accommodations, that's fine, but everything should be in at that point. This last bullet, if you'd like to complete your work on campus, let me know and I will get a room pass for you and get you classrooms so that you can get on a computer and do the work that you need to do for the course. As far as the course outline, where we're starting is we're starting with an introduction of the course. You do need to make sure that you do this participation grade. This is how we take attendance and make sure who's in the course. So these no-show reports are required by the state of Ohio. So please make sure that you do this. This is what I am using to show that you are participating in the course. I have added some videos for this week. We're gonna start kind of slow. My whole list of videos that I had and material that I had got annihilated last week, so I am pretty much starting from scratch and just need to make sure that I get this up. So I will work very hard to get this up in a timely manner and get you good material so that you've got a good course as far as this goes. I've got the dates that the school is closed. Basically what we're going to be going through, we're going to start with general history, then we'll go into Ohio, then we will move into Indiana, and then we will end the course with Kentucky history. Couple areas that show up as far as the college being closed. November 9th, there are no classes. The college is open, but there are no classes that day. I will be in meetings all day long, so I will not be checking email that day. And then that Monday is a holiday for Veterans Day, so keep that in mind. Then Thanksgiving week, I will be out of town that week, so I assume I'll have access to email, but I cannot guarantee it. So that's pretty much catch-up week, and as we get closer to that, we may change things a little bit, but in general, Thanksgiving week, you can expect to have that off. We finish up, like I said, with Kentucky. Then policies, these are Cincinnati State policies: academic integrity, plagiarism, attendance, tardiness, no-shows. So read through this material. It is everything that is going to affect how you get a grade or how you get through the course. Expectations for student success. You need to make sure that you set aside time to do your coursework. That is probably the biggest thing for an online course. You've got to make time to do the work. Ask questions. Know that I'm available to help you. So please make sure that you take advantage of that. Makeups, assignments, conduct. You guys are at a level that I expect some level of professionalism as you post information on the discussion board or you're writing your papers. So the expectation is that your writing will reflect professionalism, your grammar, spelling, sentence structure, all that kind of stuff. What that does is, as a professional, and when you get out in industry and you're writing reports for your clients or for Plan Commission or whoever it might be, they want to see professional level work, so we can start practicing that now. Dress code doesn't really affect us for an online class. There is a writing center that Cincinnati State has, so they can help you with any papers that you have. It's a free service. Advising for your surveying courses, I'll be your advisor, so you can make an appointment. Spring classes will be available in October, so we can start setting that up, and I'll post announcements as far as what you should be doing for spring there. Any accommodations, and then I've got this acknowledgement at the end of the course outline. If you want to go ahead and send me an email and say that you've read through the syllabus and you understand it, that would be great. Or if you want to scan this page and sign it and send it back to me, that would be great, just so that we both know that you've gone through the syllabus and you know what the expectations are. Then back in the course, I've got my office hours, important dates chart for the college, and this includes registration dates, includes financial aid dates, several other dates that you might want to know. So this is another good one to print. The school hours, communication deadlines, again, network statement, or I'm sorry, netiquette statement, attendance policies, plagiarism is all listed on here. Accessibility, you can go through this information, and then privacy statements. At the bottom of this page, just because it's at the bottom doesn't mean it's not important. This SQ3R reading method, I think, is a good video to look at. It's a relatively short video. I think it's 3 minutes long. It is going to go through how you can do more effective reading for your courses and make sure that you're learning from your reading. When you've got a course that you don't have lectures per se, and you're not sitting in a classroom and your information is coming from reading the material, you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of it. So please take some time and make sure that you read through this SQ3R reading method. Next place you want to know about is course content. Each week I will post a module for the material that comes up next. So week 1 is up here, and then week 2 and week 3 and so on. Each week I will post the material for you. When you get in here, I've put information about the bachelor's degree, so if you have questions about where we are on that, you can read through that. Course introduction. When you see a file folder like this, you can click on this, and that's a link to get to more information. Here is the self-introduction that you need to do. This does need to be done by Sunday, September 2nd, so please make sure that you take 10 minutes to do this. And this is what does the no-show status of the course. I've added 3 videos for you to look through. This first one is a little dry in that it's got no sound to it, so you're just reading the different screens that they have there. But it's got some good terminology, it's got some good information in it. Then I gave you some information about the Bureau of Land Management and some information about surveying the land. I will add more to this. I will let you know when additional information has been added so that you're aware that it's there and you can look at it. Under the discussion board, this is where you can introduce yourself. I had been told by some students that you weren't able to do this. I think I have that fixed now, so you should be able to introduce yourself. You would click on it and then get in here, and you can get the information and fill that in as needed. I'm not going to click on my grades just because mine will look different than yours. I will keep grades up to date as we turn in different assignments and take tests and exams. Under student resources, this is where you can get information. Academic assistance, there's the tutoring services, writing center, library, Blackboard resources, so if you need some help with Blackboard, student services. If you're not sure how to take a test or do a Blackboard post or any of these other things, here's little videos that you can watch for each different aspect of what you might be doing. Then we have student services, technology help, and resources. So make sure you look through this and you're aware of what all's here. Under tools, the roster might be important to you to see who else is in the class and send email. This one is so that you can email to other members of the class, but those are probably the two that we would use the most from in here. So that is the course. I hope you enjoy the course. Like I said, we're getting a little bit of a slow start. I apologize for that, but I will get material up as soon as I can, and I will send announcements when that is there. But again, start by going through the course, seeing what all's there, making sure that you've got the 2 books, subscribe to a magazine or 2, join one of the organizations, do your About the Student, your introduction, that's required by Sunday, and watch the videos that I have on week 1 so far. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.